Welcome back to ManCave Astronomy. Folks, we are set up here, out here on our back porch. It's August 31st. We got a blue moon going on tonight. First time in 27 months that we're going to get a second full moon by the end of the month. And a very nice long weekend for Labor Day. Just got done going over some modifications, some simple tweaks that I've done to the scope, to the mount, to the, just different things. One thing that I did want to show you that I done, it's not really a mod, it's more of a tweak and just kind of a reference to kind of help you get a good polar alignment done. Wanted to go over that, so while we're sitting out here with the mount set up, we're gonna do that real quick. It wasn't any much of a big deal to do. As you can see, we've got the head turned. We're completely out of the home position, and basically what we're doing was I polar aligned this earlier as it got dark enough I could do so to mark my tripod legs, to where now the next time I bring the scope out, I just got to put it down on the white dots, and I'll be in the neighborhood of the Polaris, and it'll help with the polar alignment. So the other thing that I did was, I've got an app that I got off of the Verizon store that I wanted to show you real quick. I can get my phone to... My phone likes to sleep. It's more of a lazy butt than I am. So just bear with me here. This app here is just the Swiss Army knife North compass. Well, I don't know, it's called North, but it's just a compass app that I downloaded. But it is very accurate. As you tilt and turn the deal, it does read very well. It gives you a good GPS location to look at. Just a good reference to set your mount up. As you can see, we're just a tick off. We're about 7 degrees, 8 degrees north, and 10 degrees. Every time I think about farting, it changes. So, but we're about 7 to 8 degrees off the center of north, the magnetic center of north. One thing you got to keep in mind if you get this app and you use it to help you get in the neighborhood of north, is that as you move toward your slew motors, the coil windings throw off the reading. So, but it's a good tool to get into the vicinity of north, to get you at least familiar with what direction you at least need to start out in and go from there. That was one of the things that I wanted to show you. It was a good tool for what it does. The other thing that I don't know what smartphone anywhere around doesn't have the Google Sky app. I basically take Google Sky, and when this head is level, get my hand out the way here, you can basically take this thing and set it right up here on top of your mount head, and takes it a minute. You give the phone a second to wake up. Like I said, my phone likes to sleep a lot. Takes a second. Right there you can see that's Polaris. So you can literally take this thing, once you get leveled up, and you can set that thing right on top, and it'll get you real close to Polaris. It doesn't take much to get the fine tweaking done. One thing that you do want to do, a little setup prep, is take your weight bar up here, put your bubble, your bullet level on this, get it perfectly level, And what you'll find on the Meade LXD75, this little cutout for the screw here, your phone fits very nicely in that little cutout, and it levels the phone nicely, as you can see. Now, the reason we're not pointing directly at Polaris is because we're not level. Polaris is, it's a little hard to do holding the camera and everything else, but Polaris is all the way over here. And when you got this little spot here nice and level with your weight bar, when you put your phone on there, it levels out to Polaris very nicely. Like right now we're looking at M102, M51 and M63 and different things like that. But give me just a second and we'll level out this mount and I'll show you. One thing that I did learn that you wanna do is don't just loosen your clutch for your right extension, slam up. Just keep it a little snug, just snug enough to where and I took the bolt level back inside. Dang. Anyway, for demonstration purposes, let's regroup here. Leave your right extension clutch. You see how that just kind of drags? I can move it, but it doesn't fall right back down. Just leave your clutch dragging a little bit, and we'll level this thing up by eye. Looks pretty level. If I hold the camera better, it would be probably dead on by your view. Take a swallow of beer. Gotta have beer. Alright, we gotta unlock the phone. We're gonna stick the phone up here. We're gonna hold it right here to the mount. And you gotta remember, on your Razor phones, your camera is off-centered to the side. So you want to make sure that you have your camera, because this does use the camera to help position, especially on light. You can see as much light as we got here between the GPS and the magnetic. You can almost just kind of balance this thing. The other thing that you could do